Shalom, all praise to Yahawah, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Double honor to the pastor elders of TMS that taught me this truth. And peace to many Akim has their life daily. Push this truth with sincerity and a few Akbas on learning. Once again, my name is Aina. I went to GMS Detroit by account. Pray this video edifying to the whole for that, to the so-called Negroes, so-called Latino, Native Americans, and Israelite foreigners scattered abroad, the four corners of the whole world. This video is on the on this article. Uh, 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 um, you know, a nuclear war is going to happen pursuant to Bible prophecy. Uh, 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 um, it's going to happen, you know, and they have a thing where they are making nuke-proof bunkers in America and other parts of the world, and thinking that that's going to save them, you know, from the impending wrath of Yahawah Bashem Yahushai. So I'm gonna get in a minute. This Inside America nuke-proof bunkers, and this is by Newsweek. As Russian threat drives demand. Fears that Russian-Ukraine conflict may soon spiral into global nuclear confrontation have driven American interest in underground bunkers as a means of the survival of future catastrophes. While perhaps seen as many as a remnant of Cold War, a market has emerged, modelized fallout shelters equipped with amenities of a typical American home. Those in the bunkers trade spoke to Newsweek about the industry latest trends and the motivation driving their clients, including executives from listed companies plan for the apocalypse scenario. One such example is a survival condo, a 15-story, 20-foot square bunker in northern Kansas capable of housing and sustaining 75 individuals over 5 years. Refashioned from a decommissioned government missile silo, which the company say was designed to survive a direct nuclear strike, Survival Condo assure its clients that they will enjoy unrivaled protection from any future disaster on America's shores. Harry Hall is the owner of the Survival Condo, having purchased the silo in 2008 for $300,000, and told Newsweek that interest in his business offered site responses for significant global events. We see a period increase in the interest level for our bunkers that mirror world concerns. Hall said the COVID was a good example during the past 9 months. The election and Pacific global hotspots support that observation. Hall said that the traffic of his site has risen over the past few months, nuclear emerging as one of the most searched terms chalked up to Ukraine conflict. Primary concern expressing the prospective clients, he said, was the fear of Putin escalating the war with Ukraine by using tactical nuclear weapons. And this is that silo that's in a picture of it in what is it, Kansas? Yeah, Kansas. And they got it plussed out like it's a crib, like it's somewhat like a house. Uh, 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 um, but these things they think that it's going to save them from even if you do survive the sword, Yahawah Shemi Shine, the angels and the hopeful elect, the 144,000 Yahawah Shemi Shine men are going to come and get you out of them bunkers. So, so your survival condo in Kansas ain't gonna stop you from receiving the wrath of the Yahawah Shemi Shine. Let's go straight to it. Uh, uh, um, more proof that you can't escape the wrath or the future judgment that's about to happen. Whether I go from thy spirit, or whether shall I flee from thy presence? Uh, 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 um, yeah, there's no escaping. The presence of Yahawah Shem Shai. You can't flee from it. If I ascend up into heaven, thou art there. So if you go up into the space station or whatever thing that Esau's going to try to have set up there so you can hang out up there while America's being destroyed by them nukes, hey, you're not going to be able to hide up in the up outer upper outer atmosphere of the Earth. You know, and thou art there, and if I make my bed in hell, those thermonuclear bunkers, behold, thou art there. And, if you go down there, you're not going to escape. The Most High is everywhere and in everything and everywhere. You know, if I take the wings of the morning and dwell in the utmost parts of the sea, even there shall thy hand lead me at thy right hand, and thou shalt hold me. So there's no escaping. Even if you go like a subterranean living quarter or wherever they try to set up, Esau tried to set up, hey, you can't escape. Matter of fact, uh, uh, um, in the book of Amos, where's Amos? Yep, Amos 9. Uh, um, I saw you. I saw the Lord standing on the altar, and I perceive this is probably Yahushai, and he smite the lintel that the posts may shake and cut them in the head. All of them, cut them in the head, all of them. And I will slay the last of them with the sword, and he that fleeth of them shall not flee away. And this sword right here is talking about the thermonuclear destruction, the thermonuclear warheads. They're going to be used, they're going to be in play, and a whole lot of unaliving is going to be done. We keep trying to tell you that the Most High is about to destroy the world again, like he did back in the days of old during the time of Noah. He flooded the world with water, a cleansing agent. He's about to flood the world again with fire, another cleansing agent. And he that escapeth of them shall not be delivered. So if you go in the thermonuclear bunkers and stuff like that, you're trying to escape. You ain't gonna be delivered from that because you're going right into the hands of Yahawah Shai, Yahawah Shai hands, the angels, and you're going straight into captivity. You know, and though they dig into hell, thence shall my hand take them. And though they cry up to the heaven, thence I will bring them down. So if you go up to the space station or whatever, you're not escaping the wrath that's about to happen. You're going to be caught up in the mix of it. If he bring you down from that high up into space, you know you're going to be unalived. You know. And though they hide themselves in the top of a Carmel, I will search to take them out. Thence. And though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, thence I will command the serpent, and he shall bite them. And this serpent right here is referring to Leviathan. You know, the one that they make movies about. You know, they call him Godzilla. He's going to be in play during the same time when the Most High violently shakes the earth with them thermonuclear devices. And who's to say some of those places might be just your tomb for you to die. It might shake you up like a box of Tic Tacs. And you bouncing up around against the walls. But you're not escaping what's coming. This is Revelation 6:14, and heaven displayed as a scroll. When it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places, and let's see. I just want something quick and easy. Yahawah this out.
Nuclear weapons are carrying the potential for profound devastation. But what are the exact effects of such a detonation? In this video, we're breaking down the most important direct effects of a nuclear explosion, and we'll explain how significantly they can affect people.
This is what the scripture's talking about. Rolled as a scroll. Right here. Let's keep it going.
Let's take a look at the explosive effects of an 800 kiloton nuclear warhead on New York City. This yield is typical for a Russian warhead. The most destructive consequence of a nuclear explosion is the blast. This intense shock...
It is also referred to also as a destroying wind. and Jeremiah, you know, it is spoken of during the scriptures, you know.
Shockwave spreads outwards from the detonation point at supersonic speeds, obliterating structures and landscape. This is the area that would receive 5 pounds per square inch of overpressure with an 800 kiloton blast. Most residential buildings are likely to collapse and to kill the people inside. At 20 pounds per square inch of overpressure, even reinforced concrete buildings will be severely damaged. The severity and reach of the blast effect increases with the yield of the weapon. However, the growth of the area affected by the blast is not linear, making high-yield weapons ineffective. Because of this, it is more efficient to use many small warheads instead of a few big ones.
And those are multiple vehicle entry vehicles. You can look them up in Wikipedia. These warheads, these missiles have multiple vehicle entry weapons, warheads in them, and these things are going to fall and hit this place like an untimely fate.
A large portion of the energy is released.
Shaking of a mighty wind. Hey, this thing is coming, and this is the reason why we're out on the highways and hedges trying to prepare you and let you know what's about to come. Because, hey, if you're not afraid of this, and I stopped it on 144, Yahawah. Hey, if you're not prepared for this, hey, this thing is going to catch you in unawares, and it's going to fuck not only you up, your family up, and if you're not a man of the Lord, you're not going to be saved or rescued from this penny destruction. There won't be no come up hither for you. You know, it'll be, you getting destroyed, blasted to smithereens with this fire, which is also called the besom of destruction.
Released through thermal radiation. This is an intense emission of heat and light, thousands of times brighter than the sun. It travels with the speed of light and reaches objects much sooner than the blast wave. Thermal radiation can cause severe burns to exposed skin, even miles away from the detonation point. Here, we see the area that would receive at least 10 calories of thermal energy per square centimeter. This energy is enough to cause third-degree burns and ignite buildings and flammable materials leading to fires.
And this showing the results of what happened when they dropped the Fat Boy Little Man on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And Japan want to get their lick back. They ain't forgot that shit.
Third-degree burns will probably prove fatal unless prompt, specialized medical care is available. The area impacted by thermal radiation increases with weapon yield. Here is how the area would increase between the yields 100 kilotons, 1 megaton, and 10 megatons. For yields above 100 kilotons, the thermal radiation and resulting fires are the most dominant effect on civilian targets. The blast and thermal radiation can induce widespread fires. The area affected by fires is generally defined as the area receiving at least 10 calories of thermal radiation.
You get a general idea. This is not a video on the nukes. I'll do another one. But hey, this thing right here is gonna unalive a lot of people in the billions. You know. Matter of fact, the scripture said. Matter of fact, let me just get the scripture. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountain. And said to the mountains and the rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. And they think they're going to hide and get away from Yahawah, but there's no escaping. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who is able to stand? And none will be able to stand or continue to exist in the state or the nature that they used to be living, especially these rulers of this world. You know, y'all gonna be taking out your power ship at the same time. Because You're going into captivity. And we're going to get you up out of there. You know, this is Isaiah 2:19. They shall go into the holes of the rocks and into the caves of the earth, for the fear of Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahushai, and for the glory of his majesty, when he arises to shake terribly the earth. And it's not going to save you. The blast from the nuclear warheads is going to shake the earth. It's going to be that great earthquake that the scriptures talk about. In that day, a man shall cast his idols of silver and his idols of gold, which they made, one for himself to worship, and the moles, and to the bats. Go into the cliffs of the rocks and into the tops of the ragged rocks, for the fear of Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahushai, and for his majesty, for his glory of his majesty, when he rises to shake terribly the earth. You know, and they're gonna be in them places, thinking they're gonna survive these thermonuclear bunkers. You know, matter of fact, these are things they're gonna be hiding into. They think they're gonna be saving them. That's was that NORAD right here. These bunkers, they think they're gonna save them. You know, there is no escape. There's no saving from the wrath of Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahushai. You know, you're not gonna escape, or you think that because you're in the bunkers that you're gonna be safe. You know, that ain't happening. Back to another scripture, because we're going to get you up out of there. It's going to be the beginning of the first day of captivity under the Israelites' rule, our everlasting rule. You know, and we coming to get you out of them bunkers, out of the holes of the rocks, and put chains on you, and make you work. This is Jeremiah 16:16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahushai, and they shall fish them. And right now, we're out there on the highways right now. We are fishing the hopeful elect, the 144,000 and 1/3, the men of Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahushai. You know, the work that we're doing is the fishing part. And after I will send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain, from every hill, out of the holes of the rocks. And you're not escaping. You know, we're going into them holes, into them bunkers, and we bringing you up out of there. And none of the weapons you got is going to save you from us laying hold onto you in the kingdom. You know, it's not going to work. You know, and like I said, it's going to be the first day of your captivity. And when we go up in them, hey, this is going to be on our lips. This is Psalms 149 and 5. Let the saints be joyful in the glory, and let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of Yahawah, Bashim Yahushai, be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen, and punishment upon the people, to bind their kings with chains, and their nobles with feathers of iron, to execute upon them the judgment that is written. This is the honor of all his saints. Pray ye Yahawah Bashim Yahushai. You know, and this is what we're waiting for. We're waiting for the end of your kingdom and the beginning of the kingdom as to come. You know? And so I pray this video is edifying to the whole elect. With that said, Yahawah.